morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning to the street family. Thank you for staying with us on the Street 919 FM. It's now about 12 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock, and I am with you here on the Street 919 FM. So, normally I know that you all do your morning greetings and stuff like that. But this morning it was not easy coming from San Fernando to Port of Spain. Alright? So to those of you who are expecting, Bruce is from Diego Martin. So Bruce could reach here for 5, sorry. I am coming from San Fernando. I have to leave home at 3. So sometimes some of you might expect me to be on at 5. I just want you all to know that it's not always as that. So I'm here. Mr. Abubakar is here. Fuad Abubakar is here. I am. I don't even know what to say. Let me just hand you over to Mr. Fuad Abubakar, and he will take you. He will do his due.
Good morning, my brother. How are you doing?
I am good, sir. How are you?
All right, we're in the land of the living, so there's hope. There's hope. We thank God for every minute, every day of life. And when we are alive, we have the opportunity to do good. To do good. And we should utilize that opportunity. We should be of benefit to those around us and work towards bettering the place and the space that we occupy, not just for ourselves, but also for our fellow men. And of course, we think even further with the next generations to come. I was not in the country for a little while, but I did try to make the earnest effort to still connect with the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning to everyone. Good morning to Voices of the Street. Good morning to the usual callers, the not so usual listeners. Good morning to Trinidad and Tobago. I miss you all. I mean, I listened on to the program even when I was not able to get through in the usual way. And I extend my greetings for what is a new year in the usual calendar of Trinidad and Tobago. And I extend my love to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. I always have to put it out first. Do not misunderstand my effort. Do not get lost sometimes in what I say, because it may not, at first hearing or first sight, so to speak, strike you as what you want to hear. But what I try to do is to share the truth. Pastor, is the truth I'm trying to share, even if they don't like the doctrine. Right? I had to tell them if that is what is the truth and that what God said, I had to tell them that. Right? In an effort for us to become better as a nation. I watching a little comedy the other day. I don't know if you ever come across it. It's called Blackadder, and it is a comedy done by a number of people. Roland Atkinson is one, the fellow who pretend to be Mr. Bean. We commonly know him as Mr. Bean. But it is extremely comedic. But of course, the same way in our comedy in Trinidad and Tobago, big up to our greats here, Sprang Along, Larry Joseph, Nutsland, all kind of we have some greats as well. The same way sometimes we put across what is important for us to understand, and the truth and information in comedy is the same way they put it across in this excellent comedy. And it is set in World War setting. I think it's World War One. And these men are in the trenches going to battle, right? They're fighting for the British and the Allied forces against the allied against the Nazis and well Germany and the alliance, that alliance, Italy, Japan, whatever, right? Correct me if I'm wrong historically, but that's they're on the English side, right? And the men in the trenches, this fella Blackadder, he don't want to go up to fight at all because he know that battling had nothing to do with him. He done read the play, smart enough to understand. If I go up there to fight, it's me, my little tail, going and get gunned down one time. And who's sitting down sipping coffee in the castle and the big office ain't coming out here in the front lines. So he, when communications come through the phone, he pretending like he giving trouble, right? Anything to duck and escape, taking the instructions to go up to his death. Now, I wonder sometimes, it are people in Trinidad and Tobago in this sphere of political war that is taking place. I wonder why the poor, honest individual just put himself up on the front line to be killed for something that don't have anything to do with you or your interests. I just wonder how we get so carried away. How we get so carried away, and you know, they use this term sometimes, brainwashed or whatever, into thinking that the generals and then, well, the aristocracy in the big house, the mansion or the castle, right? They spend how much? $1 billion almost to refurbish the Red House, right? They make sure and spend money, millions of dollars to refurbish President's house, millions of dollars to refurbish Whitehall, all those symbolic places of that type of hierarchical system. They ensured when they come into office that they spend their money, no matter what, get it done, for them to sit in that opulence and luxury and pass down the instructions to the cannon fodder, the people on the front line. And I wonder how come more of us don't understand that our preservation and forward progression is important, and our children's lives and their forward progression and their ability to grow in a place where we call home, where we love, has to take precedence, has to be more important than the hollow garbage rhetoric that they give us to chain us up. God save the king, God, all kind of nonsense they chain up us all here with. They just give you certain things to repeat. Left foot, right foot. All kind of thing. This rising sun, what is the next one? All kind of thing. Great is the, all kind of thing. All kind of things that are absent of true meaning to us as a people. All kind of hollowness that when you look at the landscape and the condition in which we find ourselves living, it has not improved in the way that it has the potential to improve. And I say, but we had to become more intelligent. We had to love ourselves some more. Not in a selfish way, no. I'm talking about we had to love ourselves. We had to stop taking just foolish chain up. We had to stop allowing people to beat us into a position, drive us with fear. So the new thing now, well, you know, in terms of war in the army, a lot of the people who go into these armies now are people who are, you know, looking for some financial stability. A lot of them are looking for some type of stability in terms of papers, you know, where you reside. So they impoverish people. They impoverish people. And then in order for you to get a little piece of the money that they control, you have to go and kill and do the nastiness and fight. And in this context, when we open up the lines, yes, some people will come with a level of reasoning and understanding, but there are some people who will come just to attack. What they're attacking, they don't even understand. For a little paltry price, for some pathetic benefit for yourself, for some illusion that they have painted to us for how long? Some illusion, some concept that if you look at the concept in reality, if you look to see if it really makes sense, there's the Afro-Trinidadian party. If you look to see if that really makes sense, you would see it makes no sense. It is devoid of any real substance. And I could understand why people might want to align to some of the concepts that they lie to us about. I could understand in a climate where we have very little as a people. And we feel this is all we have and we're holding on to it. But understand, in that in itself is a trick. So constantly when I come here, all I really ask people to do is just wise up a little bit. Wise up so that you could rise up and your family and your condition could rise. And this is not born out of no place of no envy, jealousy, though like this. It is born out of love. I would love to see more upright, strong, economically stable families, homes, men, women in Trinidad and Tobago. I would love to see more men stand up with their backs straight, with the capacity to take care of their needs and to handle their family. That had to be the desire and the drive that drives the people who supposed to represent us. Not driving everybody into a servitude, desperate situation where you're holding on to the little you have, so you have to do whatever they tell you to do. An abusive system that tell you have to vote this way, you have to do this, or else you will lose whatever little you have. That can't be. That can't be it. If you don't think them people and them the next and a divide and a rule. Let we wise up as a people now, please. Let we challenge our minds and our thinking, man. I beg all you. Let we recognize what real love is. And let we reject that hate. Let we stop being used now, boy. let we pray, and let we prayers mean something to mothers and fathers. And I dedicate myself this year, and as I started back the program, to become better and to make sure and push the message to the wider population, to the social media, etc., because it's important. I go deliver that message that I think can help to empower us. And, I pray that God will open people's hearts and minds so that they could receive it and uplift your situation. I could have come here, I could have tell all they want to hear, and join wherever and pawn wherever, and just tricks and benefit and toe the line, and I could have do that. I could have sell out like so many other people have sold us out. This hard fight, where Google people who I care for, I saying, boy, pressure. I want better for them. And they self-fighting, You think it easy? But there's the responsibility of when or you get, to share whatever you know. And I take that responsibility. So, good morning again to my mothers, my fathers who always locked on. I consider and love all you. Come in. We'll take some calls. Good morning. Funny speaker. Good morning.
Caller, good morning. All right.
Yeah, so we lost our one.
All right, yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, Brother Baka. Morning, Pastor Google, is you?
Yes, sir.
Hey, morning. What's up? Hey, I was having a discussion yesterday. Well, we usually have discussions, below the channel tree cut down. What we're saying is that in the society, if you are to interpret intelligence, right? If you're sending out an intelligent message, Brother Baka.
Yeah.
Yeah, the intelligence had to receive it, correct?
Yeah.
You had to be intelligent enough to interpret the message.
Right.
So what we had to do in this country is get brother. Now listen, I'm speaking specifically, I'm not broad brushing, because the women leave out the black brothers and them. In terms of, if you watch right now, all women doing is going and educating themselves and getting decent jobs, non-laborer jobs and stuff like that, if you really check it out on a heavy percentage basis, right?
Right.
But I find plenty of people who coming on radio and speaking to the national community only talking about this pressure thing and stuff like that. Correct, right? Which you're right. But the way to get out of pressure is to go and educate your bloody self. That is the only way to get out of pressure. Brother Baka, let me tell you something. Look at what's going on in Haiti.
Mm-hmm.
You feel there's a bunch of educated people going around killing and raping right now, although it's making the news is a set of bacchanal,
Right.
But what happened is that the dunce and the illiterate take over the country because they believe that you had to revolutionize and you had to murder people and you had to kill people, and also something that they have a certain group want that in this country.
Right.
Because they believe in the bullets and the gun. The only way to develop a civilization and a society, Brother Baka, is to encourage those young shooters and those young illiterates to go and learn to do something. Let me say the government decide to just give them money. What they go do? They go spend it out and they go come back for more. They go spend it out, they go come back for more. They go spend it out, they go come back for more. Because they cannot do nothing but squeeze a trigger. Right now we have a state of emergency. What we should be doing with this gap here is to encourage the youth brothers, and speaking specifically to young black men and black men who are dotishness, who believe bossing ahead could get you a pack of milk, or that is where the narrative that people come in with to say that it's crime. causing people poverty causing people to commit crime. But I can't see busting 5 head and 8 head and thing getting no pack of milk, no pack of sugar, no pack of nothing. So I find a lot of people who taking up this national interest to come and talk to the country, not encouraging people to go and encourage itself.
Yeah,
the woman and them banning the belly with the one child and all kind of thing. Right just now, banning the belly, they under struggle, yeah, they might run themselves a little bit or whatever, but when you check them out in a couple of years, his office closed away and they're not picking up no struggle. Why it is that men don't want to turn to education to develop themselves and only want free money, and I fed up of that message, Brother Baka. I am fed up of that message. Educated people coming on the radio and not telling brothers to go and educate. And Baka, they're bright. Them fellas and them is accountants and thing and they don't know. I am fed up of the waste time. Coming to tell me about this, a certain government could make me develop myself, and I said I don't teach about what them doing. You understand? They have their struggles to deal with the warlords and them in this country. Right? But what we have to do, you see these black brothers and them, and you made a good point in closing. Family life must be brought back. But family life must be brought back with a purpose. All I say to the brothers and them, and this is what I'll be doing for this year, go and put something in your weed smoking, ruling, gambling, lime and drink punching by the roadside head. I looked on and listened, thanks for allowing me this little run. But I fed up. Go tell black brothers to educate themselves and they'll develop themselves. Because if they don't get intelligence in their head, how they can interpret what you saying if they don't get brighter?
100%.
When all they have is a clock stick down in the waist, we wouldn't get nowhere.
Yeah.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah. No problem at all. And I understand from that perspective. Yeah. And that level, what you're saying, we'll further develop it after, right? Go ahead, caller. I want to give you all the opportunity to call in. Good morning.
Hello, morning caller.
Morning, caller.
Pastor Google.
Hi.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Let me say good morning to Trinidad and Tobago. Mr. Barker, good morning to you. Trinidad and Tobago, good morning to each and everyone. Mr. Leave it right there, good morning. Mr. Barker?
Morning, Mom, morning.
Good. I heard you start off this morning, and I am trying to reach out to you exactly what you're speaking about. You came on and you touched on a lot of things you touched on while you started this morning. You speak about how much, where they built and whatnot. I'm still trying to get you what you're trying to say, right? Mr. Barker, I want to say something here this morning. One of our biggest problems we have in Trinidad and Tobago is national depression and mental health. That is what I'm trying to tell you about here right now. Yeah. Because I don't understand what you're really speaking about this morning. Is we have the place like this, Mr. Barker? We are the ones who have the place like this. I'm trying to find out what it is really saying to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. Barker. Are you bringing something to the table? Or are you going to put out something on the table and let they follow? Honestly, because I really didn't catch what you're saying this morning, Mr. Barker. Could you tell me exactly what it is you're speaking about?
No problem, Mom. I will, and I know you're always locked on, so...
Yeah, always okay, because I want to get things to put on the table, because I'm really trying to catch... I'm yet to falling on what you're really doing. Honestly, you understand me?
Yeah, I appreciate that. No problem, Mom.
I wish the best for Trinidad and Tobago. You see this set of crap and this and that and whatnot, and who wants facelift and who ain't want facelift. We have to give ourselves our own facelift. I go on.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mom. Yeah, go ahead. We'll take the calls and then I'll reply.
Good morning, Pastor Google. Good morning, Brother Baka.
Good morning, brother. Blessings.
All I can check, man. And I look on this now. I think in the conversation carrying on.
Yeah, man. Thanks, man. Same to you. Don't allow yourself. I'm painting it again. Don't allow yourself to be used on no front line to fight for people who ain't care about you. They would have problems with me, trying to draft me out. I do like Muhammad Ali. I like Muhammad Ali. Them can't send me to fight nobody in Vietnam, you understand, who are not my enemy, to take advantage of them for their benefit. This is what I'm saying to your mom, right? The energy sometimes that we put into fighting for other people's interests, do like the caller who called before. Use the time to educate yourself a little bit further. Spend the time with your children and your family. Work harder and try to get out of a system that keeping you down. That what I say, brother.
Yeah, caller. Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Pastor Google.
Hi,
Morning, friend Bigo.
Morning.
I take it with mother, you know, and the gentleman before the one day. What we have to do is to get the people to educate ourselves, not to get involved to be against a system, than to get involved with the system to build a better nation. Not to build one that wants telling you what to do and telling you how to do it and come with me and then it's zakat after and licks after because of something that I want and because of how we want the system. Let us educate ourselves and build our nation, our children, teach them the right way that we will move better rather than a kind of against kind of thing. And this is what's going on here in this nation here. They're kind of against kind of thing. And we don't want that. We want to go teach the children, get rid of the guns, and build yourself a better Trinidad and Tobago. Not be against this one, and because everybody want to rule. No matter what you say, it's a kind of ruling system. Because when the time comes, all you're going to be the ruler and all you're going to be on top. Is do what I say. You understand? So let us get together and teach the children a better way. Rather than a kind of dog whistle kind of segregation kind of fight down kind of thing. Good morning, friend Tobago. Love is the answer. Share the love, give somebody something, say nothing about it. Thank you.
100%, man. Love is the answer. And I agree with you 100%. Go ahead, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Waka.
Morning, Chief.
Morning, Pastor Google. Oh, Lord. Hey, just when I thought it was safe to swim, boy.
To swim where you going? Where was swimming going to?
I not what swimming going to. Is the big white shark afraid?
All right, man. All right. Go ahead, caller. Go ahead, Chief. I know you have your excellent contribution to make.
Anyway, what I want to say is that based on what they say, the enemy that we fighting is within us.
Yeah.
Like we ain't fighting against a system and all these kind of things. The enemy really is within us. And Brother Waka, I'm still waiting till last year to hear what you're not telling me.
Well,
and I will explain that to me. Just as mommy say, I'm waiting to hear what you're not telling me and telling us.
Stay locked on, Chief. We're not only fighting within ourselves, as Chief, as a entire body of humanity. Yes, we fighting within ourselves as individuals. We fight whatever negativity within ourselves to let goodness prevail in ourselves. But we also fighting a system that has been created by people who do not love humanity, who do not love us. A system that is created and controlled by people who exploit us, who, the human being, you, Chief, me, our children, are seen as factors of production to increase the wealth of others. We are not thought about in a human way as brothers and sisters. So I don't know if I had touched on this in the past. So yes, we have to improve ourselves, but we also, in the improvement of ourselves, will realize that the systems that govern us, that the people that they put to govern us, they put us in, the people that they put to govern us do not have our interests at heart. When they send us to die in Iraq, Afghanistan, Vietnam, all over the place, right? I just giving examples because I was speaking about war and I using it as an analogy because it have different wars fighting all over. As the last caller say, wars for a few men for their power, not for prosperity for the people, for their power, not for our prosperity. So I understand, Mom, and I asked Wale to listen to me carefully. So we have two fights. It's not just the youths fighting each other on the ground is the problem, It's not just that. It is a system that is in place for our destruction and their prosperity. So therefore we have to fight in ourselves, improve ourselves, educate ourselves, and also work towards changing the system so that it is better for everybody. That's what I'm saying, Chief.
Right?
Yeah.
We did not, what I'm saying, we did not import our leaders, right? And the leaders that we have and have to coming from within the society that we live in. So it mirrors something because you're saying move this one, but when you move this one, because this one ain't doing well, when you bring the other one, they ain't coming from outside, they're coming from within.
Yeah, man.
So
that anyway, sense, that I listening to you, Kev. That's real sense you're saying there, no, Chief. That is a real sensible statement and a real challenge you're putting forward there. You there still?
Yeah, they're still, but I want to listen to you because I know other people had their views now.
Sometimes I say I could talk with you alone all day too, but go ahead.
No, I say I'm still listening to you, but I know other people will have the points.
Yeah, man. Thanks very much, Chief, and I will elaborate on what you say as well, brother. I appreciate your contribution always. Go ahead, caller.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Peace be unto you and all the listeners and viewers.
So, God bless you all. What you're saying there is really something that I telling people for years, But you see, that caller you call about is saying about education, but you're correct, At the end of the day, the colonial masters have set up their system, right, to dominate the third world countries, and then keep it in such a way where we have that continuance of this rule where people will not see themselves as the wealth of the nation. The wealth of the nation is the people. And the system is set up such that the wealth doesn't go to the people. It goes to the few. Because that's how the system was set up.
Yeah.
And how do you break those shackles? Those proverbial shackles? Is education.
Yeah.
Is us now saying, fighting, as you say, that enemy within ourselves, to be able to say, we want better for ourselves. But that brainwashing, as you quoted, as I quote you, as you said, is so ingrained in us. I don't know if it will ever leave. If you look at all of the African nations and so forth, where all of the wealth is cocoa, coffee, right? This thing here is used for batteries now in EVs, right? And look at all of the third world African nations, where they are and how the people are. Because the wealth doesn't go to the people, because we have not recognized that the wealth of the nation is in the people. And mom understand what you're saying, because she say we are the ones keeping back ourselves. Mom understand what you're saying. Don't feel mom don't understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Which is what you have been saying. mom does use that kind of wrong road, but she doesn't understand exactly what you're saying. So
yeah.
I really like this topic, and I hope that Trinidad can one day, and Tobago, and I hope that one day we can have one nation, not just Trinidad is this and Tobago is this one nation. Maybe we change the name or something, if we really have this togetherness. And we could really educate and rise up and know that this is the wealth is in our people. You understand? So
yeah.
I hope maybe I might die in the late years of my life, but maybe one day I might see it come into
brother, hope, pray, and work towards it. More people like yourself call in, make your statement known, speak out, because it have a lot of people who speaking, sometimes the loudest voices is the people who, don't know things. And then it have people who are in their own selfish interest, which is not in their interest, who will take a payment or whatever to push a different policy. I speak to MPs, right? It have some of them who I speak to. It have individuals who I know for some time. And I encourage them in selflessness. I encourage them to go against that selfish, sell out the population for them to get plenty for themselves and just be comfortable. To shake the system. And it's be difficult for some of them. it's be difficult because in that they are trained in one way. And if you're not going that way, they will force upon you somebody who holding that status quo. It's not easy, brother.
Yes, yes.
So I appreciate your effort, hope, pray, and also keep on speaking out as well, right?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Peace be unto you, brother.
Peace be unto you.
Have another
Hello?
caller? Morning.
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 Yes, you all did not give God the entrance this morning.
But that's not true.
For true, Pastor Vogel, I didn't hear.
Oh, well, that's say you didn't hear, but that's not true.
Do it again. No problem.
All right. Well, right. There is power in the name of Jesus. There is power in the name of Jesus. Break every chain. Break every chain. Break every chain. Thank you.
Thank you very, very, very much. Yeah, have another call? All right. As we approach the hour, we'll come back in after. We just have 2 minutes before the little break, right? There are chains on us, and as Mom just saying, we have to break those chains. We have to be clear in our minds where we want to go as a society. And then we have to work towards finding that way to that destination. That destination, in my understanding, has to be a place of unity. It has to be a place of sharing, where we all want what is best for everybody, for each other. And we will break the chains that we have on us if we follow that simple message I was given in song just now. What Jesus told us, peace be upon him, what he told us, love one another. Don't just love yourself. Don't sell out the people. Don't toe the line for your own self-interest. Don't be so afraid of the status quo, of the big bad wolf, that you're not going to stand for what is right. Don't be so afraid to lose whatever little that they give us. Don't be so afraid that you're not going to speak the truth and do what is right. And all through our society, it is this fear that they have pushed upon us. It's this poverty and this fear where we have to be afraid for survival tomorrow. And we must push forward and say, we're not going with this. We want our economic liberation as human beings. We want to be free so that we can take care of our responsibilities. We want a system where if we work in the system, we're not just surviving. We're not just surviving. Right? And we had to bring back that love to reach to that place. So we'll take the break and we'll come back in the next hour. Blessings to everybody. Stay locked on.
Attention business owners. Are you looking to reach a vast audience and boost your brand's visibility? Then look no further. The Street 919 FM is here to help you shine. With over 170,000 followers on our social media platforms, our radio station is the perfect platform to showcase your products and services. Join us and let your message be heard by thousands of eager listeners. Contact us now to learn more about our affordable advertising packages. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to connect with your target audience. Advertise with the Street 919 FM today. For more information, call 399-5959, 384-2232, or 378-1470.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
TTMF and HMB have joined forces to offer you greater mortgage, financing, and investment advantages under one roof. Welcome to TTMB, the new Trinidad and Tobago Mortgage Bank. Call 625-8863 or visit ttmortgagebank.com to learn more. TTMB, the Trinidad and Tobago Mortgage Bank. Own your future.
My parents' generation grew up with Royal Castle. From the first restaurant in 1968, when that distinctive, tempting aroma hit the air, they just couldn't resist. And like never before, fried chicken with a special blend of local seasonings and a one-of-a-kind flavor down to the bone. Today, Royal Castle still have that same delicious taste, and I love it too. The kids can't resist it either. Plus, they have more to enjoy. For me, the castle is more than just nice food. It's we own, part of me and you, and is the real flavor of TNT.
Are you searching for the perfect venue for your wedding reception, company retreat, graduation celebration, or just an unforgettable party? Well, look no further. Vibes Event Space is ready to bring your event to life. Located at number 15 Mount Pleasant Boulevard, Bonaccord, Tobago. Our space offers the perfect settings for any occasion. Call us today at 394-3612 or 620-3057 to book your date. And don't forget to follow us on social media at Vibes Event Space to see what we're all about. Make your next event one to remember at Vibes, the Event Space. The Event Space.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282. Or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Planning your Tobago getaway? Choose the highest Google-rated car rental company on the island, O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago. Located just minutes from the A&R Robinson International Airport, at O'Neill, we pride ourselves on being the most tech-savvy car rental company in Tobago. Our process is 100% digital. No paperwork, no long lines. From easy pickup to seamless returns, renting a car in Tobago has never been simpler. WhatsApp us now at 1-868-361-1042 to book your vehicle. Don't forget to mention promo code RADIO2 to receive a 5% discount on your rental. Send a WhatsApp message to 1-868-361-1042 today. That's 1-868-361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago, the easiest, most reliable car rental experience on the island.
Vehicle availability is subject to change. Driver must be at least 25 years old and have a valid driver's license to book. For more information, visit www.rentalcartobago.com.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Hey, senior. Yeah. So you're a bumper hunter, eh? My name is Ben GC. Who are you?
Yo, this is Bubbles, Mr. Traffic, bumper hunter.
I see one in front of me, I see one behind me, I see one it looking back, I see one.
If you see them bumper, roll on the bumper, shake on the bumper, control the bumper, shake on the bumper, grind on the bumper, grind on the bumper, take away, take away, take away, take away.
The Street 919 FM, your go-to for insightful political discourse. Stay informed, stay engaged, and join the conversation. Connect with us online for the latest updates and thought-provoking discussions. Street 919 FM, the official station that defends the nation. Get interactive with us. Call now and be part of the show. Don't miss out. Dial 466-5391 or 342-0081 and join the conversation today. The Street 919 FM, where your opinion matters.
Blessings again to everyone. Always a pleasure to be back on home soil as well. At Trinbagonian. Google had us right on my form, I wrote it once, Trinbagonian, when they have nationality now. And they scratch it out and they had to change it to Trinidadian. Or I don't know if you could put Tobagonian too. And for sure, that is something that we have to change, and I would want to change in this society. Divide and rule. Divide and rule is their only plan. And if we just look at what is in front of us, just write what is immediate in front of us, and we don't step back sometimes and look at the full picture, we get lost, and they are able to confuse us and use us. We can't have a electoral system where they select and then we rubber stamp whatever they select. What is that? We can't have an electoral system that is still dominated by money. I was speaking to someone and they're saying, at least the Jamaican system have campaign finance rules that are very strict now to try to take away that dominance of money from politics. What are we doing to make our systems more representative of the people? And then what are we doing to ensure that the people are educated and enlightened enough to come forward with the right understanding and love and care and desire to serve? So they're destroying us on two fronts. They're rigging the system to maintain control, and then also they're poisoning our minds. And we talk about educate yourself, but if you go through the regular system of education, you are not coming out with that consciousness. You're not, as a module that you can choose, maybe you could get Caribbean history and you'll understand the plantation a little bit and understand what is taking place. But that is something that should be compulsory for us to understand where we come from, so we know where we are going. We should not be in a position 2025 where all over the world people were conscious enough to pull along those statues and those names and those emblems that signify the domination of one race and one people by another. And we, in 2025, you're going to Port of Spain and it still have Tamarind Square with Columbus there. You go to other places and the names still exist of those people who have taken advantage of us and killed our ancestors, those who are Afro, even Indo, and of course the first people of Trinidad and Tobago. So they dominating us and destroying us on two fronts. They holding on to the reins of power in our country. They holding on to it. The status quo has not changed in Trinidad and Tobago. We still go into Commonwealth. And wealth ain't too common among us. But whatever we have as wealth here, it being sucked out to feed some motherland somewhere. Some people who dominate us. Not dominated, who dominate us. We speaking English. And while we might understand this is what we doing, understand why we are at this point. And don't love the oppression that brought us here and buy into it and continue to perpetuate it, to continue it. We're taking the calls as we're going through. Go ahead, caller. Morning, sorry.
Hello?
Good morning.
Yes, Mr. Barker.
Morning. Morning,
It's me again.
Yes, morning.
I want to signal myself here this morning, right? I want to ask you a question here this morning.
Sure.
On the Mokorapo Road there where you will have the mosque there, right?
Yes.
You will also have a school there, right? Am I right?
Yes, we do.
Right. You remember there was a time you all was not being recognized?
Yeah, recognized, but we were not assisted.
Okay. You remember who are the person in Trinidad and Tobago that your deceased dad could have gone and see and speak to the gentleman, and you all was recognized, even by the teachers who teaching you all. You remember you all got through with everything?
Yeah, I remember being on the pavement. It was right by QRC there, because the Ministry of Education was the building behind QRC there. I remember us taking all of our children out of school, and all of the parents and all of the well-wishers, and going down and protesting to be assisted in funding. Something that should have been a no-brainer for any...
Remember who is your parliamentary representative who went all the way to assist you all?
I don't thank people for my right,
No, listen to me. Mr. Barker, we're not quarreling.
I know, I'm just passionate about it, so...
Let's be a big person. Did you remember the person who helped you all? Let us be real.
Help me? Help us? Mom, let me be respectful.
Listen to me, we're not quarreling. How come the teachers started to get paid, Mr. Barker?
Because finally, after years and years of PNM, UNC, disrespect and neglect, we were afforded what is our right, which the same people did not want to afford to us before. I am not going to thank people for my right.
Listen to me, we're not quarreling, right?
I know, that's just...
right?
Yeah, don't...
And I'm telling you here this morning, you're being dishonest. Let me repeat it to you. You're being dishonest because you're first to come out and say who was the representative for your area who went all the way out and assisted you all, Mr. Barker. Mr. Barker, you know what I'm speaking about. You know fully well know what I am speaking about, right?
No,
thank God
not at all.
Thank God for him and thank God for him. You have a good... Mr. Barker, you can't time up, because I'm in this thing long time. Dr. Rowley, good morning to you. Have a good one. Mr. Barker, I gone.
Yeah, no problem. But even after you're gone, I will clarify what you're saying. What you talking about, Mom? I'm sorry to say, I will never be grateful that after being not given my right, and the children of that school not given what is their right, that somebody come playing politics with it to give me their right, assistance for children, to pay teachers in a school that has done human service for since 1981. What we talking about? And I must be grateful. I must be grateful to Master for beating my backside, making me work on the plantation, to enrich him. And then when he gave me some clothing and food and permission to sing in the evening, But we mad. Are we crazy as a people? So, with all due respect, with all due respect, point to something else that I could say this person has sacrificed for Trinidad and Tobago. Point me to something else. Point me to him saying, we don't want no salary review commission increases. We're not taking that. I will give half of this money to the poor and the oppressed in Trinidad who need it. I don't need to live on that lavish lifestyle. I could cut back my golf days and I could cut back my vacation and help a mother who's struggling in this system working for minimum wage, who my partners who I playing golf with, paying minimum wage and working like a dog, security, this, that, whatever job. You do not call me to ask me, a free man, to thank somebody for giving me my right. No. That don't exist here. If it has something that I can be grateful for otherwise, no problem. But not that. Humbly and respectfully. And I'm saying that if we have that false thinking in our mind that after they beat us to our frazzle and throw some corn for us, there's this theory in psychology that if you pluck a chicken, you beat it, you do all kind of thing, and then you throw corn for it, it will still come back and eat. If you think I am that chicken, you're wrong, and I beg my people, I beg my brothers and sisters to understand your worth, to understand yourself, to straighten your back and be men and women, to love yourself and look at yourself as more than they look at you. Go ahead, caller. Sorry, because I might continue too long. Go ahead, caller.
Morning. Yeah. Morning, Brother Fuad Abubakar. Morning, Pastor Google. And good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. It's a long time I ain't get on this program for reasons I wouldn't even bother to talk about. President Trinidad and Tobago.
Welcome, President. Welcome.
Nice, my brother. Now, I get up late on the program, about 7 o'clock, almost like I went to sleep late, going on me. But here we're going on. I don't stay too long on this. Now, what you say is very, very, very excellent. It's real. Something that I've been trying to tell people for the longest time, that the whole system has to change. The whole political system, this Westminster system, this what we may call colonial system that's still ruling us, it has to change. And it can't change to go back to no kind of politics of slavery or that. We, as the slaves, have to change it, and we have to organize, unite, associate ourselves into some sort of self-rule, understanding the system that we have to be governing, rather than the organizations that govern us. Mm-hmm. You said something earlier, and I keep on saying it. We elect people into organizations that is not ourselves, and eventually when the elected is get gone into those organizations, there changes from what they were. If they wanted to be good, when they go into that system, they get bad, because the system that rules us politically across the world is bad. When we look at Ibrahim Traore, how we have to deal with a system in Africa to try to get the Europeans and all the colonialists and them out, you realize the position that we are in presently, and it is the same position that moving across the world that Ibrahim trying his best. So much assassination, over 10, so much assassination on him already, to maintain that he keep the system how the white oppressor wants it. We have to change the system. We have to organize and find ourselves inside of what we call the parliament itself, which has to have a governance. When having a governance in parliament, we have to change it and put ourselves in there for an organization form. Many of us don't want to understand that we have a great amount of greed in the society. Whether UNC or PNM, when they come in there, it's greed. They're coming in under the organization to rule. And we the people being perpetuating the system also greedy.
Yes.
We have to know the truth. We lazy in mind, lazy in body. Many of us, no production to create wealth. We have to know the truth. And it will come. I'm telling you, it will. My voice, it will come. The places I visited. You see, you, Abu Bakr, you're moving hard at something there. Move hard at it because I know. You see the disciplines Islam, they have to put in something. They cannot stay out of the political arena. They have to get in the political arena and help with the disciplines in some way or the other. Not just stay outside and talk in the road. They have to get in the system. Thank you, Abu Bakr. Thank you, Trinidad and Tobago. We have to organize and get in the system differently than the colonial political Westminster system. Thank you, everybody out there, Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much, President. It have a few good people inside of there. And you know what it does do to them? They does ensure that they don't rise to any position of influence. They does ensure that if the democratic process is going to produce someone with love for the people who will uplift and free the people spiritually, educationally, economically, they ensure that they do not go into that position. Even if it is breaking their own rules. That is how terrible it is. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, again. Let me see. This is I don't see. I tried all how to see how this thing could run through. Because let's say they appoint Mr. Sotyoung as Prime Minister into coming. The next side saying, if you do this, you will do that. And when will it stop? Because some say they want Sotyoung, some say nah. If you do Dr. Rory didn't do, this will happen and this will happen and all kind of things. When will it stop? We will never have something unless we settle down. And they don't want to settle down. Everybody wants what they want. According to somebody, everybody they come from Japan, you know. Everybody coming from right here. We want this and they want that. And them want that, and we want this. When will it stop?
Right.
When? And this is the problem that I'm having. I can't understand somebody going and preaching and saying, let us do this and let us do it. Let us. Who is the us?
Yeah.
Which one of them is the us?
Yeah.
Because when one wants something, the next one wants the next thing.
Yeah.
Or maybe San Diego, as I say, we have to settle down and groove into something. Whatever you're grooving to, that means somebody want that, and the next person will want it. What will we do? Come on, people. It's a nation we're trying to build here. We are the foundation. Let us put on the ceiling. Come on.
Yeah. You go on, caller?
Yeah?
No, who trying to build a nation here?
Everybody.
You think...
however they want to do it.
All right, let me clarify for you. In my opinion, there are many people in this society, especially those in the aristocracy, the political elite, who they ain't trying to build no country here, no, and they ain't trying to build no nation.
That is what I feel.
That is the problem.
That's what I feel. Some want it and some don't want it. No matter what you do, you might want it. For instance, you have your own whatever you want it, and some don't want it.
Yeah.
We didn't come from the moon. Everybody from Trinidad and Tobago. Everybody from Trinidad and Tobago, not some from Japan and some from here.
Some of them fellas and some of them from hell. I don't know where they're from. They're not from here. Because it's not about this. It's not about...
But they live in here then?
It is not about Trinidad and Tobago. It is not about this for some of them. It is not about me and you. It is not about the children of Bitam. It is not about the children of Silots. It is not about the children of Enterprise. It is not about the children of Toko Mayaro. It's not about them. It is not about the masses of the people for them. It is about themselves and the small cliques. It is about power and riches for themselves. And we as a people have to understand what we want and
so
how
we
to
have an
achieve
against
that.
them. We have against. That's where you come against. Because one wants something and one don't want the other. So as long as you don't have that, it's going to have a war. Everywhere is war.
Everywhere is
I don't know
war.
what they're fighting for.
But
I don't know what they're fighting for.
Yeah, I hear you.
Listen, man.
Yeah.
I asking God to come down and put a hand and deal with this situation.
Right.
Look,
Blessings,
Mr.
man.
Abubakar,
Keep praying and keep fighting, my brother. Blessings.
well, I praying for me. I know I am delivered.
Right.
I am delivered. I'm sure about that. I am free.
Nice.
I am following all you. Thank you.
All right, man. Blessings. Go ahead, caller.
Mr. Barker, it's me again.
Yes, man. Welcome again.
Right. Mr. Barker, you remember years gone by, you used to say our young black brothers joining the Muslims to commit crime. You remember those words, right?
Sorry, repeat.
You remember some years gone by, they used to say our young black brothers joining the Muslim faith to commit crime. You remember that, right?
No,
right?
not at all. They're joining the faith to commit crime? No.
Oh, well, listen to me now. Listen to me now. Me and you can talk together, right? Right when you're almost there in Mukurapa Road, they lost a lot of brothers. Am I right or wrong?
Yes, there has been a destruction of the young African male in this society.
Right. Thank you. You remember I said to you the other day, if you remember Ken Gonzalez, you remember I asked you those words?
Ken Gonzalez?
Yeah, you don't know that person?
Maybe by a different name, I'm not sure.
They used to call him Kazim.
Oh, Kazim, yes,
right.
Yeah.
Ah, that was my first cousin. You know what I'm telling you about?
Right. Yeah.
Right, listen to me clearly. My daughter's in the same faith as you also.
Right.
You know what I'm telling you about? And I am telling you, when I sit down and think about it, you understand me? How, what the young black brothers doing to themselves and also to the family, Mr. Barker. You hear? I'm telling you again, we want a better Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes, yeah.
And you hear what I said? Yes, you lost a good bit of them down there. Am I right, all?
No, I said that there is a destruction of the young African male in this society.
Thank you. I'm glad you remember. Other than that, before I come off the air, I want to wish you all the best. Have a nice day. You're contesting Diego Martin West again?
I don't know if it will be Diego Martin West, but we will make our best effort.
All right. You have a good one, right?
Blessings to you. Thank you very much, Mom. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Barker. Good morning, Pastor. Like a man, everybody tell the cherry, but the next man was walking, he wasn't taking my call at all, forget that. But, Barker?
Yes, brother, go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, man, I hear you.
They say they're trying to build a nation. People in this country, trying to build a nation, they're trying to build themselves, rich in themselves. And get out.
Correct.
The nation crash right now. Right now, we are in a crisis.
The amount of money.
We need good leaders to bring back this country.
Let me tell you something here. The amount of money that has come out of the soil of Trinidad and Tobago, so blessed and so rich we are. If that money was still here circulating, you know how privileged you would be if they reinvested that money here. But you know what it is do? Rape and plunder and take it out and carry it and send it and it in the Cayman Islands. Trinidad and Tobago in the Panama Papers. We in the Panama Papers. We famous. We have people from here who are money hiding. Go ahead, caller. Go ahead.
Mr. Barker, we have money here since Jesus Christ our little boys. All our money gone. This nation supposed to be done bill already.
Out.
This nation crash. Mr. Barker, you look to listening, eh?
Out.
You safe, my brother. Love.
Enrich themselves and they are given to the doctrine of greed and selfishness. And this greed and this selfishness is what ties them to evil, so that they get their behavior is evil continuously. Continuously. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Morning again, Mr. Baka.
Morning, brother. Morning.
Yes, KFC, you're talking about money and money. Young, strong one like you get a power cast a statement when you consider the saving. You was a KFC. What is wrong with all you?
All right, I know, right. No problem. I didn't understand that back in that way we call. But there are people of the middle and lower classes who still working towards building a nation, who still care about their neighbor and their brother and their sister. I hear a woman coming back on the plane and she's saying about making her contribution to Trinidad and Tobago, and still, even though she retired, she still want to contribute and help Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm listening to her, you know, she ain't talking to me, you know. But I'm listening to her, and that's the love that she have in her heart. And they exploit us and they use that love, and they're not on Trinidad and Tobago. Go ahead, caller.
Mr. Baka, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
As far as I am seeing and understanding in Trinidad and Tobago right now, to my best understanding, the government do not run Trinidad and Tobago.
Right.
There has some men behind where called behind the curtain. The Prime Minister is just window dressing. He is just in front, but there are people behind who pulls the strings. You understand?
Yeah.
When Patrick Manning was called in a meeting by the 1%, 2 weeks after, Mr. Manning called a general election. You understand?
Let me put in a word there. Had to call.
Yes. He had to call a general election.
Yeah.
Right? It's the same thing going on now with Dr. Rowley. Just out of the blues, you stepping down. Out of the blues, you're stepping down. Not too long after that, you have somebody now who you put in to replace you as Prime Minister, who you believe will please the 1%. People have to understand what's going on out here now. They have the name Prime Minister, but they are really not. They're just the face, but there are people behind the curtain who pulls the strings.
Yeah.
That's how I understand it, Mr. Baka.
Yeah, man. Some of them ain't even hiding behind the curtain no more. Some of them coming in the front. First, they bold face.
And they don't want Penelope Beckles. Penelope Beckles is not the face they want. Even though most of the people in Trinidad and Tobago want her because of her humbleness and her humility. They don't want that face. You understand? Have a good day, Brother Baka.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Let's go.
Go ahead, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Baka.
Good morning, sir.
You know, Mr. Baka, I'm listening to you here, and I hear you talking about the colonial and changing the colonial system, right? But you know, Mr. Baka, last year I asked you about BRICS. You said you was going to look up on BRICS, and then you were going to have discussion on BRICS.
On BRICS,
but BRICS is taking over because right now BRICS is basically has passed half of the world population and about, I think about 50% or more of the world GDP because of the countries. Indonesia has just become a permanent member of BRICS, has moved from 5 to 10, and then they have the other partners.
Yes,
and check the countries that is end up becoming a big BRICS partner. We have all from South America and all over the Cuba, and all of them is going is BRICS partner. We should be discussing BRICS because that is basically the colonial system has fallen. BRICS is here and it is basically enough. Check what is how Europe is scrambling and America because Donald Trump is trying to see if he could save America from a collapse, but basically it cannot. So basically, let us start having discussions about BRICS because basically there is where it basically it is. We don't have to be trading in changing currency to say we have to buy things in U.S. currency. It wouldn't be so. It is using your currency or what your resources your country has. So let us try to start educating our people on BRICS and basically what is basically coming, because basically the BRICS is basically what is coming right now. We have to discuss, because China is one of the major partners in BRICS, and we have the Belt and Road Initiative, and everybody knows around the world where China works, because it is seen publicly all around the world. So in order to reach, to say this is the system that is here, and it is basically at a peace, because Indonesia joined there on the 6th, I think, of and became is now a permanent member. Indonesia is the world's the 7th world largest economy, and basically also I think the 4th most populous nation. So come on, let us start having conversations about about if we want to change the colonial system, and the change is already here. We just have to educate our people now so that we can look to move forward and look and see what the BRICS is about, and get all the and how it benefits us. Because it is China is developing places for you, giving loans, all the BRICS giving loans, whatever it is. So let's start looking at BRICS and subsidizing this, because when they start sweeping over, this system is going to be falling, because basically this was built from the colonial system, and to survive it must go with BRICS.
Thank you very, very much, caller, for taking us to even a step further. I appreciate that. Right, for those of us who are aware, BRICS is an alliance. Brazil, India, Russia, China, South Africa, the founding members of BRICS, and they are some of the largest economies and populations in the world, that have come together to form an alliance. And there are many other countries that have applied, and also he's saying Indonesia got accepted recently to be a member, but the parameters affect us economically, socially, and otherwise. So it is something that we should look carefully at, because in this global picture, there are different streams and different groups of countries and individuals and ideologies that sometimes are contending, right? Yeah, go ahead, caller.
Mr. Barker.
Yes, morning again.
I say I wasn't calling back, and I was listening to hear, as a young man, I was listening to hear how far you're going again, right? To see if I could gain some knowledge from you. But when I hear Latrine talk after call back, Mr. Barker, I want to say to the people of Trinidad and Tobago here this morning, the People's National Movement is a stable party, and it has no splits. Let me repeat. The People's National Movement is a stable party, and it has no split within the PNM. You see that gentleman who called and talk, Latrine talk, about Becker's order? Stop it now. Stop it.
Mom, everybody's shaking their head.
It's not sounding good. It's not sounding good.
Mom, you're telling us that, and everybody's shaking their head. There are some little issues right now.
Mr. Barker, how much people in the studio with you? Plenty people, or just you and Pastor Google?
Nah, another person come upstairs and they're shaking their head too.
They must shake their head, because which is true. We need to stop this thing.
No, they're shaking their head.
Listen to me. Mr. Stuartong is a born Trinidadian and Tobagoan. Am I right or wrong?
They're shaking their head side to side, not up and down, side to side.
Yeah, no. Mr. Barker, I want you with you. You're a character too, I don't check you out already. Have a good day. I go on.
Mommy.
Hello, yes.
Mommy, you're easy, though.
Oh, God.
No, this is me, Pastor Kuku.
Mommy,
this is me, right?
Easy.
Oh, we are beautiful people,
It's love. Yes, darling.
Listen to me,
yeah?
right? I sit and I'm listening, and I listen to the caller with the strings talk, and I remember when Dr. Ollie was growing up as leader for PNM, there are a lot of people within the PNM who did not want him to be leader because he was too black.
Thank you.
The reality of it, and we just talk and forget,
They say too black?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I want to call the name of the person. I want to call the person name so bad. So bad, I want to call the person name who say
a long time ago.
Mommy, you know what I'm talking about. Mommy, and you know what I'm talking about. Okay, you laugh. When they said that Dr. Oli was too black.
Oh, Dr. Rowley, you say, not, I thought you said Mr. Manning, yes.
Right? When they said that Dr. Rowley was too black to be the leader of the PNMN.
Yes, Pastor
Okay.
Google.
On top of that, you remember, Mommy, you just forget
Black
it.
who? Black who?
He too black.
Skin?
Yes.
Oh, his skin. Oh. Well, I don't know what that is. What black means.
Right?
Black means strength.
No,
black
well,
means
no,
power.
well, yeah, but at the end of the
Not
day,
that black you're talking about.
That also.
How? Where? When?
Again, sir.
Pastor
You have your
Google,
views.
all that time
Everybody
Mr.
have their
Barker was
views.
still muddying
Everybody
Pampers.
have their views.
No, that is not too long ago. I thought he was initially
He's talking
speaking
about
of Mr. Manning.
yes. Pastor Google know what he's speaking about.
Okay then.
Well, he make a mistake.
And-
Mr. Brown made a mistake because
I don't know who you talking. I never
He
call
don't
any
know
name.
we talking about Mr. Barker.
I never call any name. You hear me call any name?
I swear he said married.
You hear me call?
I
Just
said
me.
Not
You hear
me.
me say that? Let me. That's the way. So God, myself. Hold on, mommy. Hold, mommy.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Me, I didn't call anybody name. I did not call anybody name. And Mr. Barker, you call a gentleman's name.
Yeah.
I want to distance myself.
All right, no problem at all.
I am not. No, don't do me that.
I wish that for the last 9 years we had a conscious leader who loved himself and loved people and understood himself.
Again, that's your view.
That's my view.
That's your view.
I wish.
That's your view.
I would have.
Never call her. But that's your view.
Go ahead, caller, and then I will elaborate on that. Go ahead, caller.
Morning.
Morning, brother.
Emmanuel say he was too black. His name is Jane Harris.
Again.
Like the caller, man.
No, they can't get away with that.
Views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
They can't get away with that. No, because Tata is not going to say the caller, you know.
Right.
Tata is going to say that this radio station facilitated
Right.
the nonsense. 1, 2, when the law letter committing and say the caller.
But that's what the person said, though.
But listen to me. When the lawyer letter come,
A
it's
defense,
not going to say.
a defense for defamation
Right.
is the truth. Once it's the truth, let we try to be
I don't.
factual,
That is it. We don't know if that's the truth.
And let we try to be okay.
And I didn't know that. I don't know that that's the truth. We have no evidence of that being the truth. Just like how you know law, I know law too.
Yeah. Let me stick to it. I wish over the last 9 years we had a conscious leader who understood himself and loved himself and didn't look towards others and wish to be like them. And I wish we had a leader who cared for the masses of the people, the working class, and would have elevated us in
caller.
a certain direction. I wish that was the case. Go ahead, caller.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I am Brennan Daniel. I'm an ex-Petrotrin. Right?
Petrotrin worker.
Yes, an ex-Petrotrin worker.
Yeah, man.
And right now, the ex-Petrotrin are suffering because of this present government. Right?
Yeah.
Because of the matters in the court, they manipulating matters. Imagine the present attorney general, he was Petrotrin lead advocate. He appealed a matter in 2018 when they sent us home. The matter went to the appeal court. He became the attorney general. Got back in the same matter that he appealed. Asked the industrial court to be granted leave. He went back to the industrial court and he was able to be granted leave because they waited out the contract of the sitting industrial court president. When they installed the new president of the industrial court, right? She granted him leave to get back in a matter that he appealed from the industrial court. So the appeal court, knowing that this gentleman was Petrotrin lead advocate, allowed this gentleman to pen a 301-page submission in the matter. This matter sat in the appeal court for 5 years.
Wow.
And 5 months before it was heard. On April 22nd this year, that matter was heard. And you know what the appeal court did? They shelved the matter and put the matter for judgment for a date to be announced.
To be determined, yeah. Yeah.
So you know what this man did? It come like in cricket. He bowled the ball. He run down to the next end, strike the ball, and catch the ball on the boundary. This is the same thing this gentleman did in the Piaco matter.
Mm-hmm.
And when he went to the court in Miami, they read him like a dog from the court in Miami. Right. This gentleman did the same thing in this jurisdiction, and he's getting away with it. 6 years now. Petrotrain workers north in their bounds. They're losing every single thing, and this government is manipulating the matters in the court, and the judiciary is right in the mix with them.
Yeah.
How could this country go forward? Right now, I am about to lose my HPC house because when I was sent home as a permanent worker, my pension is $1,263. I want people to listen.
Yeah, but can't let talk too long because I have another caller holding. You have to bear in mind that other persons are holding and paying the money just like you. And the countdown is on.
Yeah, the countdown is on. So just wrap up.
Well, all right.
Thanks for your contribution.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Pastor Google. Are you hearing me?
Yes, loud and clear.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Fuad.
Morning. This is Jenny. I learning.
No.
Okay.
No. But so I want to know. This is not what I call about, but the caller made mention of Petrochem and being a former employee. I want him to tell us what they received after they went home and what they did with all the money and how the union advised them. But what I wanted to find out from you, Mr. Fuad, did you find out from the lady what she's going to help Trinidad and Tobago? Because anybody could say anything. Yeah. What are you going to come and mentor, counsel in your area, your family, and the people around you? These people who are finding themselves in prison, who you said you did not see. Sorry, you did not see somebody who helped the people financially and mentally. I put it in my own words, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, spiritually.
Yet still, you have gang leaders who giving people nothing, where they can't move from the area. They posing like king with long guns and dress up with gold, and they adore that. We have to be very careful what message we send into the people out there, right? We want to help people. I have on my chat, on different chats, where people are telling me to send out these things to people who need it. They're getting paid for doing courses while they're doing the courses. How is it that they cannot access that and they're complaining? We have migrants in this country and they don't want to go back home. We have people from India selling obi on the street, and I'm telling you because they're giving out pages in Port of Spain and in Tunapuna, right? And they come in here to work. They're not only selling me over here, but they're working too, and they don't want to go back. And people in Trinidad and Tobago say, I don't have no work, or somebody taking a work. Somebody taking a work. Why are you saying there's nothing for you to do?
Yeah.
We'll be very careful how we mentor our young people.
For sure. Thank you very much. And we'll continue when we are back another day, God willing, to discuss that issue as well and to clarify it. All right. So let us wise up, Trinidad and Tobago. Let us rise up and let us take positions that are in the interest of ourselves and our family and our people. All right? Take care.
This road march is being brought to you by Royal Castle. Our culture, our taste.
Little boy, how we looking? What? One done. Little boy. How we looking then, I hope you'll find someone else. I hope you'll find someone else. I'm not to love you like I do. I hope me to love you true. To love you like I do. Wow. oui, oui, bon Dieu, papa zo. Oui, bon Dieu, papa zo. Oh, I tell you all what I get in is make we. Oui, bon Dieu, papa zo. Oui, bon Dieu, papa zo. What? Every day is stress. Yeah, I cannot take it, baby, next. Lord, Lord. Wow, every day is stress. Yeah, I cannot take it, baby, next.
Talking in your head, baby, your friend and them not sleeping in your bed with you, baby. I don't do nothing on your head. I hear them going yum 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 yum. Shut up all your mouth, all you can take my woman from me. Go and check your own. Hey, don't break up my home. Boom. I hope you find someone just like this boy. Oh, I hope you find someone.
Road March was brought to you by Royal Castle. Our culture,
The
our
Street
taste.
919 FM, your go-to for insightful political discourse. Stay informed, stay engaged, and join the conversation. Connect with us online for the latest updates and thought-provoking discussions. Street 919 FM, the official station that defends the nation. Get interactive with us. Call now and be part of the show. Don't miss out. Dial 466-5391 or 342-0081 and join the conversation today. The Street 919 FM, where your opinion matters.
Yeah, I was accustomed to the ad being a little earlier, so I was wondering there. I thought it was to the end of the program, but we have a couple minutes. We try to deal with the situations that are current in front of us as well, and when I was speaking earlier, I tried to explain the importance of leaders representing our interests, the interests of the people, the working class, those who trying to get into work, those who are in a position where they're not even mentally able to grasp, to get to go forward. And I asked the question, who are these people that are being forced upon us representing? Is it us? Is it us that they're really representing? Or do they have some other interest other than the people? And then why do we find ourselves fighting to defend that which is not representative of us? So, I'm going through the newspaper and I see that there is a serious concern now even to provide the signatures of these people who supposedly sign Google, the people who supposedly say they support Mr. Young. Now that the signatures need to be given. I see that the Express is reporting that it have trouble in getting those signatures from the MPs that supposedly vote for him. So there's question about even that process. And now there's a question about the people who supposedly vote for him signing this letter to go to the president. You know, what really going on? What really going on? Go ahead, caller.
Good morning again.
Morning.
On another frequency, they kill a guy in front of his mother.
Oh, God.
Yes, right in front of his mother, they kill him.
Right. That's sad, man. That's sad. Yeah. So just what is really taking place? And one of the callers was speaking about before, you know, the controllers of the system, the financiers, the big money men, they behind the curtain. But like some of them coming even in front of the curtain. Some of them shameless. Normally people wouldn't make statements, the richer to get richer. You know, what really going on? Is that y'all? Is that us? Does that represent us? Go ahead, caller. Yeah. Does that represent us? And are we going to fight for that? You going to wake up in the morning and fight and quarrel with your neighbor to defend that? Which don't understand the plight of a working man, which don't even have an intention to improve cost of living, which not even interested in how a average person survives in Trinidad and Tobago. Go ahead, caller.
Mr. Barker?
Yes, yeah.
I always say in this statement that Dr. Robbie saying the rich must get richer, but do you want to say that exactly how he made the statement?
Beg your pardon?
Do you want to say what Dr. Robbie said, how he made the statement that the rich must get richer? I always saying that, but it's not that he said actually.
Yes, that he said.
How he said.
That's what he said. I listened to that Natalie Lagoa interview a number of times, in entirety. And then he goes on to speak about they will create opportunities for the poor. That mentality, that ideology, that philosophy of economics is totally flawed.
Pastor Google, do you remember the statement that Dr. Rowley made? It is exactly like that?
Mano.
I remember it exactly. I'm telling you, I remember it exactly. I will bring it and play it next day for you if you want.
Pastor Google, everybody ready.
You know that, Ed Mano?
Don't come and find no kind of things and say something with somebody then here and write up no kind of thing. Say exactly what happened. You see the talking the truth right through.
All the time.
All right.
And feel free if I make a mistake to correct me, right? It's love we're dealing with, but love for who? Love for all of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. I love the 1% too, you know. But they have to change their ways. And they have to show love to others. Don't feel the love is I will just submit to them just like that and submit to the greed and the selfishness. That ain't making sense. While people suffer. While people don't even have hope inside of them. While people looking towards the wrong direction for their daily bread. And doing madness like the caller now call madness, killing each other. Hopelessness in the society. We about, you know, to run out of time, so I'll see you all again next week. God willing, bless.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
Attention. Attention business owners. Are you looking to reach a vast audience and boost your brand's visibility? Then look no further. The Street 919 FM is here to help you shine. With over 170,000 followers on our social media platforms, our radio station is the perfect platform to showcase your products and services. Join us and let your message be heard by thousands of eager listeners. Contact us now to learn more about our affordable advertising packages. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to connect with your target audience. Advertise with the Street 919 FM today. For more information, call 399-5959, 384-2232, or 378-1470.
Are you searching for the perfect venue for your wedding reception, company retreat, graduation celebration, or just an unforgettable party? Well, look no further. Vibes Event Space is ready to bring your event to life. Located at number 15 Mount Pleasant Boulevard, Onacoa, Tobago. Our space offers the perfect settings for any occasion. Call us today at 394-3612 or 620-3057 to book your date. And don't forget to follow us on social media at Vibes Event Space to see what we're all about. Make your next event one to remember at Vibes the Event Space. The Event Space.
Planning your Tobago getaway? Choose the highest Google-rated car rental company on the island, O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago. Located just minutes from the A&R Robinson International Airport, at O'Neill, we pride ourselves on being the most tech-savvy car rental company in Tobago. Our process is 100% digital. No paperwork, no long lines. From easy pickup to seamless returns, renting a car in Tobago has never been simpler. WhatsApp us now at 1-868-361-1042 to book your vehicle. Don't forget to mention promo code RADIO2 to receive a 5% discount on your rental. Send a WhatsApp message to 1-868-361-1042 today. That's 1-868-361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago. The easiest, most reliable car rental experience on the island.
Vehicle availability is subject to change. Driver must be at least 25 years old and have a valid driver's license to book. For more information, visit www.rentalcartobago.com.
Oh God, call on the Lord. Call on Him. Pour on us.